The streets of New York City have been ablaze for days now as the zombie apocalypse begins to reach its ultimate conclusion. Complete and utter wipeout of humanity. U.S. Army Rangers are trying to thin the herd, killing as many as they possibly can, while the rest of their soldiers evac. They've decided to give up New York City to the apocalypse. The survivors are few in numbers, and the zombies are literally endless. Hundreds of thousands to millions of them could be spawning in. The military survivors need to hold out for 1 hour. Ammunition may run out, survivors may be eaten, but as long as one soldier is left standing at the end of an hour, then it will be mission success. The survivors will have been successfully evac'd, and maybe they would have made a dent in the horde. But that's if they can survive for an hour. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below what other cities you'd like to see attacked during the zombie apocalypse. Either way, let's get right on into this thing. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, gamers, let's go ahead and press start on the timer the same second we press start on the game, and there we go. 1 hour on the clock on my phone's timer right now as the zombie apocalypse hits the New York City streets, and an AP shot straight into the gut of a zombie right there might be a little bit overkill, but hey, you love to see it, baby. We do have an M1 Abrams on the front lines here, and these can go down due to zombies getting inside and destroying the hulls and stuff like that of the tank. So yeah, I mean, don't expect this thing to last forever on the battlefield. It is surrounded by some troops protecting it, but they end up getting killed by the zombies pretty early on, and it looks like the tank crew gets scared and runs out of the tank as they get swarmed. That is the biggest mistake you could make. Oh, they get 1 or 2 kills and then end up going down as well. Big yikes right there. The rest of the National Guard units here getting destroyed by the zombies as they just push through the New York City streets extremely quickly here. We do, of course, have the fortress in the background here, though, with a Bradley defending. Hopefully that crew doesn't get scared like the M1 Abrams crew did. They do have more units surrounding them than the Abrams in front of them as well, so maybe that'll help the crew stay inside the vehicle and not bail out almost immediately. But a zombie gets a quick kill on one of the U.S. Army soldiers right in front right there. My goodness, the rest of them lining up and trying to charge these troopers through this gap between a truck and a car right here. The wreckage of the zombie apocalypse is pretty evident throughout the New York City streets, but so far these guys are not pushing through and taking out any of the U.S. Army soldiers. It's also important to note that, yes, the fortress here does have some walls up top here with a machine gunner. We've got a sniper up here and just a standard rifleman with an ACOG scope. So these guys should be able to assist the boys down below. The entrance to the fortifications also has a lot of U.S. Army troops too. So yeah, lots of cover fire could be going on in the background over there. But so far, we are only 2 minutes into this battle, into the hour-long battle, and we've lost one of the most important key pieces of the defense, the M1 Abrams up front there. That is pretty brutal. It maybe got 10 zombie kills before it ended up going down, but at the very least, these U.S. Army soldiers back here are still fighting. Wait a second. Who were these guys? Oh, were they chilling up front here and they got thrown back by the zombies? I think so. I was like, oh god, is that the Bradley crew? But the Bradley is still moving around and firing, so it's not the Bradley crew right there. That would have been absolutely devastating to lose the Bradley almost immediately after losing the Abrams right there. A few zombies are also taking this route over this way, but there's not that much space for them to go through. It is kind of a choke point funnel that the U.S. Army troopers are working with here through the wreckage of the cars and stuff like that, so that is extraordinarily really helpful. Also, I love the way some of these zombies run. They like almost Naruto run, but like really derpily. It's pretty crazy. And again, this is an endless zombie invasion that I've set up on the battlefield here. So we'll see every 10 seconds zombies spawn in. Wait for it. I just want to show that off. Yep, there you go. Every 10 seconds, 20 or 30 zombies will spawn in and continue to replenish the frontline invasion force there. So just continuous zombies coming forward. If maybe the frontline of the US all have to reload simultaneously, that could result in a lot of deaths. If they miss a bunch of shots consecutively, that could result in disaster. The US Army essentially has to fight a perfect battle here in order to succeed in victory against the zombie apocalypse. And you know what? I think it's fair to say eventually they will all die. I don't think there is any world where they can endlessly defeat these zombies. You know, they only have to hold for an hour, and they very well could do that, but I think after 3 or 4 hours or something like that, if they do hold after an hour, eventually they will end up losing. I think a mistake will be made eventually, and as long as that mistake doesn't happen within the hour, they're good to go. But they've already lost 2 soldiers on this barricade up here, as you can see down here, and on top of that, they lost all their front defenses extremely early on, so they might not even last the hour, I am afraid. As you can see, the zombies are programmed. Wait, let's zoom in a little bit here. Yeah, they are programmed to despawn after a little bit of time, which should negate a lot of the lag that could possibly occur in this battle, which is really nice. It means that the battle can go on in this beautiful 40 frames per second. I would prefer 60, but 40 looks just as good. Well, no, it doesn't, but it looks really, really good. It's better than getting like 10, which we've had for certain videos on this channel. So, you know what? The disappearing zombies is a great feature for these guys and really, really helps out with the frame rate. Whoa, couple zombies almost slipping through here, and they do get a kill. Another US Army soldier goes down over here. That is very not good. Another, like, really slips through over this way. This trooper with the MG managing to clap his cheeks, but maybe he was reloading in the time the zombie was able to get through there? I'm not entirely sure, but that was an incredibly close one. This shows that the US defense really is not invulnerable here, and a number of additional zombies move through and almost get to the back lines over this way. Yikes. Wow. And going back here into the fortifications, this is sort of the last line of defense back here is these 4 soldiers with their ARs. We've got a number of troopers a little bit farther forward of them as well, and some troopers at the entrance and this little funnel at the entrance here too. So there's not a ton of soldiers going further back, but they will have some pretty staunch defenses going further back there. It's been 6 minutes, so 10% of the battle we are through at this point in time, and we have more soldiers dying on the front lines here. The Bradley is still alive. It's still using its main cannon to destroy zombies, as well as its side M240, I think is what the side cannon is. So it's good that that thing is still fully operational. The crew did not end up bailing out of that. I think morale is good inside the tank crew currently, but maybe as more and more soldiers on the front lines here do end up dying, the morality inside of that crew ends up going down, and they end up bailing out and trying to go to run away, essentially. It should not be very good in the slightest, but we'll just have to see if that ends up happening on this here battlefield. This guy on the flank over here is kind of single-handedly holding it, so whenever he has to reload, it's big trouble for his 2 friends off on the other side there. As you can see, when he reloads, the zombies get pretty close, but he is still alive, and as long as he is still alive, he's good. Most of the riflemen do have those, what are they, M72 laws? Or is it M27 laws? Comment down below. I know someone out there knows what the rocket launchers on the back of those guys are. But yeah, most of the soldiers have them. I guess they don't really use them against the zombies. Zombies, ooh, getting real close right there. Whew, 52 minutes, 30 seconds left in the battle currently. We do seem to be holding pretty decently here, but again, the zombies are just going to keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. They are relentless. They will never stop. So, you know, they need to just hold on out here. Why don't we go ahead and do our first time lapse of the battle? Oh, wait. Wait. Okay, all right. This guy was reloading, but his friends had his back and prevented that potential disaster right there. Actually, a whole swarm coming forward over this way. But yep, they continue to manage to stop them in their tracks. Whew! It is a spicy, spicy battle, my friends. Let's do our first time lapse here at the 8-minute mark. So 52 minutes remaining in the battle. Let's do a time lapse. Alright, boys, so quick little 6-minute time lapse right there. We're at 45 minutes 56 seconds left on the clock, so about 1/4 of the way there. And I think 1 or 2 additional US Army soldiers did end up going down, but the rest remain stable, and the Bradley remains stable, which I think is going to be the most important piece to this. One sad thing is we can't check out the kills. For some reason, the zombies don't actually count as kills. Oh! Look at that, at the bottom left, the red on the engine of the Bradley actually has engine damage. Okay, so the zombies got a swing on it, but it is still alive. Actually, it's supposed to have 3 crew members, but it only has 2 remaining. So that means one of the crew members of the Bradley did end up dying during that time lapse. That's probably why just the main gun is firing and the machine gun isn't, I think. I think they're just using the main gun gunner as well as a reloader, and they no longer have access to the light machine gun as well. At least that's what I think is happening with it right now. I could be wrong, but yeah, that's actually a little bit shocking. So in that little time lapse there, we have had US Army soldiers going down. We've had the zombies make a little bit more progress, and I think it's probably due to US troopers reloading or missing their shots, etc., etc. And so now with less and less US soldiers available on the battlefield, the more those mistakes happen, the bigger of mistakes they end up actually being. This is becoming a much more dire circumstance with less troopers. They need to really lock in here and not commit any more of those mistakes, or they are in big trouble. The back lines is still very solid, of course, and they will provide that supportive fire. However, it's these guys on the front lines that need to keep it going, because if they lose this Bradley, I have a feeling the rest of the front line will instantly fall with that, and then it's going to be up to the backline troopers to hold out from then on out. I don't know if that's completely true, but that would be my best guess, and a whole slew of zombies are coming forward right now. This is a pretty extreme push happening from the zombie army at this moment in time, but they managed to clear it out. Very, very nice. I think what happens is the zombies get little, like, you know, they kind of halt back here a little bit and they get stuck, and then all of the sudden, like, all of them manage to push through in one big blob. So the wave isn't like constant zombies. Sometimes it's bigger blobs of zombies, sometimes it's smaller blobs of zombies. Also, interestingly enough, somehow something is penetrating through the truck up here and randomly killing zombies all the way back this way. Well, that is pretty darn impressive, I must say. Unless there's no humans up here, right? No. No, there isn't. Okay. I was confused for a second. Okay. No, so these guys continue to hold out pretty decently at this point in time. Another 3 minutes has passed, so we are at 43 minutes remaining on the clock. Why don't we go ahead and get another time lapse going from this angle over here, and hopefully these US Army soldiers can continue to kill zombies. Another 6-minute time lapse right there, which leaves 36 minutes left on the clock. The zombies continue to push forward. I think we have one more fresh death. Has the Bradley been hit anymore? No, it's still 2 crew members and slight damage to the engine, but I mean, it's a stationary weapon anyway, so it's not like it's really going anywhere, so that is totally fine. Not a big deal. Actually, the zombies made way less progress during that time frame than they did in the previous assaults that they had, so I will say I think they're doing okay right now. The zombies still coming forward constantly, of course. That is not going to be changing during the entirety of this battle, but I think the U.S. troopers have sort of gotten a hang of things right now. I love that there's a sniper at the front lines here, covered by a truck. That was not planned. I probably should have placed this guy somewhere else where his sniper would be a little bit more effective. But hey, I think it's a one-shot kill, and he's definitely been shooting them. He's definitely been getting a few kills, helping out the right side considerably, along with his pal over here. So, you know what? Gosh dang it, good for him. He's doing a good job. He's doing a good job. It's not the end of the world that we have a sniper on the front lines, clearly. He's still doing okay. Zombies continue to come forward. We have 35 minutes left on the clock. Let's get another time lapse going, because nothing all that much happened during that last time lapse, so maybe they're starting to lock it down here. Alright guys, 28 minutes left on the clock, and it seems like the US Army is currently just hard sticking it to the zombies. They're doing a great job. Oh, okay. Billy Bob just died. Okay. Oh, the daily curse continues, doesn't it? The daily curse continues. The second I look at someone, they're dead. Okay, rip. Well, that is the left flank being slightly more exposed. Can't be sure exactly if that's going to impact the rest of the battle just yet, but it very well could be pretty devastating, especially if the zombies really start coming through there. We still got the guys up top here firing away, so, you know, they're going to be fairly handy, I will say, during this thing. I think they could, yeah, help out a little bit more as the zombies approach over here more. And we've got these two guys down here as well firing away. But this guy right here, the sniper, is who I am worried about, because the zombies could just wrap around and start killing him pretty good there if he's not careful. So that is definitely a little bit more of a worry going forward here. And overall, I just think that's a really valuable soldier lost. It doesn't seem to be having an impact just yet on the battlefield. We've still got 26 minutes, 45 seconds left on the battle clock, so you know what? The U.S. Army is still posed to do this, which is great. Why don't we go ahead and time-lapse overhead like this for a little bit? Alright guys, 15 minutes left, meaning 45 minutes have passed in the battle so far. The Bradley, still very much alive with 2 crew members. We did, I noticed, have someone die all the way back here. This machine gunner died, so a zombie must have just like blitzed him and ignored the Bradley and these guys, and that seems to be happening a little bit, which is quite a strange strategy. But our M24 sniper is still alive here. I would not be surprised if we were looking at like 5,000 to 6,000 zombies dead at this point, considering a few hundred seem to be dying every single minute. So yeah, we're looking at a lot of dead zombies. A lot of dead zombies. But it doesn't seem like they're able to breach on through here. Of course, I think if the zombies do lose after 1 hour, we'll keep the battle going just to see how long it takes for the zombies to kill the U.S. Army, because right now, it does seem like the zombies will lose this thing. A lot can change in 14 minutes. I mean, a lot can change in 1 minute. We've had battles where it seems like something is holding for an entire hour, and then in 10 seconds, 2 crucial players die, and then the rest of the battle is completely Jover. So that could very well happen here. We just don't know. But for now, it seems like the U.S. Army troopers are doing a bang-up job defending and could potentially make it to the bitter end of this thing without losing. And then, again, we would just have to let her play out. So why don't we go ahead and do another time lapse here. We currently have 13 minutes left on the clock. This is clutch time for the zombies. They're starting to run out of time here. We'll see what happens. Alright guys, we've got 8 minutes on the clock now. The zombies have not made pretty much any progress for the last few minutes here, which is pretty crazy. I really thought they'd be making some more progress, but they simply have not. They're just getting slaughtered right now, and the US has this entire road on lock, so they might be good. They might be good to go. We might just be witnessing the end of the battle. I mean, there were a few opportunities. Like, this guy dying was pretty huge. A few more troopers over here dying was huge. You know, a lot of the Bradley damaged and dead soldier, but still, the zombies have not managed to optimize those faults in the US defenses. So, without, you know, really those big pushes and being able to capitalize on that, the zombies are just sort of going down sad right now. We got 7 minutes left on the clock. Let's do another time lapse here and see what happens. Again, you know, anything is possible, but at the same time, I think the US has this. Alright guys, 1 minute 30 on the clock. I think we're gonna have a winner this time around. Last time, the zombies ended up dominating the US defenses, and it was a travesty. This time, it seems like the US is going to clutch it up, baby! Let's go! Yeah, I mean, the Bradley's still alive. They still got troops in the front lines, too. I mean, way less than before. I wish we could see the number of kills they had. That would be incredible. Oh, there'd be so many. There'd be so many, but sadly, not possible. C'est impossible. C'est very sad. Not very nice. 50 seconds on the clock now. I'm pretty sure that the zombies would not be able to get to the back lines in this amount of time, so it is pretty much a guaranteed U.S. Army victory here in the city streets of New York. As you can see, buildings continue to rage on fire as the battle goes on here, so yeah, I mean, the city is definitely lost, but saving grace is a few troops are still alive here, and the evacuation, you know, theoretically has succeeded at this point. We've got 16 seconds on the clock. We're almost there, baby. We're almost there, and then we'll let it run, of course, just to see how long exactly it does take for the U.S. Army defenses to go down. I think that would be pretty interesting to see. And here we go. There it is. Anyone's alarm clock giving them PTSD right now with that? Maybe. All right, let's go ahead and reset and do, well, not reset, but reset the timer there. Let's go in fast motion here. Beautiful. And then I'm gonna go ahead and press start on the timer and just see what oh! Whoa, 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 whoa! What the heck? Zombies just blitzed through! Where was that? Was it because I went in fast motion? Is fast motion like God zombie mode? Like, what the heck? They just took over the back of the base! What? Are you kidding me? Literally the second the battle is over, the zombies are like, alright, I win. I win. What the heck, dude? Those guys getting clobbered over there. The guys up top here are still alive. I don't understand. Like, I genuinely don't understand. Did fast motion make it so the zombies are just like God tier? I mean, it shouldn't affect the battle going into fast motion or slow motion or anything like that, because it's literally just speeding up the battle. Okay, that guy ended up dying. The Bradley is getting surrounded now. We still got these three guys up here. Oh, maybe the zombies can't make it up here. All right, well, we'll throw them to the wolves. There you go, buddies. I mean, the U.S. Army did still win because they ended up surviving for the full hour, and that's all that ended up mattering for this, but what the heck, bro? The Bradley's still chilling, by the way. That's kind of funny. The zombies aren't even really targeting it. They're just kind of going. They're going past it. Can we run over the zombies with the Bradley? Hold on. Let's go! Bradley power! I don't think that's actually damaging the zombies. All right, well, a huge victory for the US and then subsequent loss. Okay, hold on. So if we went in fast motion from the very start of the battle, would the zombies just like dominate? Is that what you're telling me here? I mean, this is what happened in the last battle, so, you know. we'll know further on. We'll know back here, basically, because, you know, the Abrams ended up getting clobbered. Actually, a couple U.S. Army troopers back here already dying in this fast motion speed. Yeah. Maybe fast motion really just does in the defenders. It, like, gives the zombies superpowers. It shouldn't do that because it should literally just speed up the game. But it is impacting the battle. And I'm pretty sure in, like, Galaxy at War, it doesn't impact the game or anything like that. Maybe it has something to do with the zombies. Maybe it has to do with the zombies. Because, yeah, I mean, like, literally in fast motion, they are destroying these guys in 1 minute here, which is crazy. So that's interesting. That's very interesting. But the U.S. Army still managed to evac and win the battle. But now the zombies are just having fun, I guess. So we're going to go ahead and end things here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.